Main event went exactly like we all thought.
Absolutely, right?
Easy.
Yeah.
Well, everybody was on Garcia.
I don't even know how to react to that, what we witnessed there, because it wasn't like that wasn't an upset win, like a big knockout or like a upset win by a round. Like
timing beats speed for one.
Hard work.
I don't know what the hell happened. So early on.
Shout out to my man Mike back home.
Okay.
Chris, or back in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Chris fought a grown man and was handled as such.
Oh man.
I said, laugh out loud, damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That is
that left hand.
Yeah, that is a laugh out loud damn moment. Yeah, So my early thoughts were.
He said, "It's true. Step to a man, and you get dealt like
You get treated like
you
one.
dealt with like one." Yeah. I read that. I was like, yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah, he was. My only thoughts early were, for Chris Colbert, I don't know why you're sitting there and exchanging. It just didn't really make any sense, like stylistically, or you don't want to give. And you made a good point, but my thought was, you're fighting somebody who short notice, underdog, clearly.
I tried to justify it.
Yeah, but like, why would you give him confidence? Because then he's like, oh, you're just gonna stand here. I'm gonna wail on you all night.
Yeah.
And you said, well, maybe he's kind of luring him in, getting him confident for opening up for
That's
counterpunch.
that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. But then
what the hell?
He didn't. And it was like a floodgate, like the whole fight. That guy just kept coming forward.
And I
kept
felt
landing
like
the shots.
when he went down a couple rounds, he's like, I'm gonna just rumble with you.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened.
I'm really big on psychology. I know people. I know what they're thinking before they say it. The list goes on. A lot of times you may not say something, but I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I got a feeling. You know how I always talk about guys falling in love with their power, and you need to put guys in front of them that can challenge them.
Yeah.
You don't want a fighter to go X amount of fights, knock out first round, and then when the first guy that challenged him, he folds under that challenge because he's never been through it.
Yeah.
You fall in love with your power. I think Chris has fallen in love with being able to have his way and get his way with whoever it is he's been in the ring with. Even in moments where we're like, yo, he should be boxing and moving more. He decides to sit down, wear shots, and dig in, and he starts to have his way with those guys. I think he came to the ring with the mindset that he was gonna have his way no matter what, and it didn't go that way, and he had nothing else to go to.
Come to think of it, just as you were saying, it reminds me a lot now of Gabe Flores Jr. His performance he had last summer, where you're not a puncher, you're fast. That's what jumps off the page about Gabe Flores and Chris. You got fast hands. But we're starting to feel like the power's coming along. And it was, despite the low KO, it was like they fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And we're looking to, you saw him a few times try to load up on a check hook as this guy came in. And it was like, you have all this speed and great legs. Box, find the answers, find the adjustments, the solutions in there with your speed, but the timing and accuracy were off. And
good pop clearly on his shots. Hector Luis Garcia, good pop.
Yeah.
He was undefeated. So it's all
3 no contest. That's my type of guy.
I don't know what
that was my type of guy.
I don't know what the hell happened in those fights, but and it's funny when we're watching the fight. I go back to what I said last episode when I watched your interview with him when the fight got announced. I was like, he looked like he was locked in, and he looked strong. At the weigh-in, he didn't look like...
It was the weirdest thing at the weigh-in.
Yeah,
at the weigh-in,
I looked sturdy.
I looked up there and I said, oh, they didn't.
The 0-pack.
I said, oh, they didn't bring anybody in here for Chris Colbert. I let it go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've been coming to enjoy the fights, enjoy the night, be a part of the Porterweight podcast and things of that nature. And then this dude comes in the ring and he's strong.
Yeah.
He really was a grown man. He was locked in. What they're doing over there, Salas and them, it's proven to be.
And you and your dad always loved him.
Yeah, it's proving to be. Well, I can speak definitely myself. I don't know about my dad.
Oh, my bad.
Well, I don't know about my dad.
Seems like it.
Yeah. But it's proven to be a real product over there. And when you go over there, you kind of become something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he did. And obviously, Ugas mentioned he was rooting for him as we're watching. And he just looked game for the fight. Like, it was like, he was like, he didn't step in there as a replacement fighter. He was like, you want to fight me? Like, really?
It seemed like in that 7th round when he hit him in that counter left, Chris Colbert didn't want to fight no more. He was like, I'm done. It's like when it was just like, let me just get out of here.
Yeah, and I didn't understand it. And I sometimes disagree with Jim Gray's questions, but I enjoy Jim Gray asking him after the fight, like, you were showboating in the last 2 rounds. Like, what were you doing? Why, like, you were losing, and he just said, yeah, I wasn't really feeling like myself. I had an off night.
And the going into the corner thing, that killed me.
Oh, when he didn't sit down?
He was just going to the corner. No.
Oh, you're talking about
during the fight.
Oh, yeah,
He was just going in the corner like, what are you, Muhammad Ali?
I just looked at that as he's not making adjustments and finding answers. So I'll just lay here and come in range.
Yeah.
He's a natural counterpuncher.
Right.
Like by trade, and that is who he is. And so when the guy took away his ability to counterpunch by blocking, and the accuracy is off and all that kind of stuff, and then he tried to go back to the outside and counter this guy, and that guy didn't give him any counters. And it just took away everything that Chris has. His next recourse was to go back to the inside and just wear the shots and hoping that he'd find the opening. That didn't happen. And then after that, it was, let me go back to the ropes and just try it here. He had no answers for this guy, and it's because his who he is was not gonna be it.
And I had to tell myself at some point early, I was saying, really looks like all those hooks are landing. And then I was like, no way. Chris is very slick.
I was ignoring y'all in there. Like, I hear y'all.
He's a very slick fighter. Like, he's good defensively. There's no way these are landing as clean as they are. And then, like, a few rounds in, I was like, no, they really are.
Yeah.
Like, he just, And I think while a lot of the focus obviously will be on Chris Colbert, who's the household name, he's the headliner, he's the favorite, he's the guy we talked about leading into the fight, I think Hector Luis Garcia deserves a lot of credit, because I don't think this was just a bad night for Chris Colbert. I think he really fought his ass off.
And I think that style is a problem for Chris.
I was going to say, the question is, like, who wins a rematch?
I don't know if Chris can. I think this might be a Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder situation where he cannot get over this hump.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if a rematch.
I don't see nothing the way he could get him.
I think if you tell me, I think if he goes to the outside and he boxes this guy, uses his feet
from the start,
this guy is not. Yeah, this guy he's not. He doesn't have. You know what I mean? The quick
Anthony
feet.
Joshua or Andy Ruiz second fight.
He doesn't have the quick feet and all that kind of stuff. I think he's gonna have to box this guy, force this guy to come in, and then the counter punching works the way you set it up. He never set it up to counter punching, and then the guy had too much speed and power on the back end of his shot, so that he couldn't counter this guy. I think that a rematch, if Chris fights the right way, I think he could beat this dude.
I don't know,
but this dude,
I still gotta go with Hector.
Man.
I still gotta go with Hector.
I'm sure the rematch happens.
Yeah,
I feel like Hector's gonna go and fight.
Shit, worse gonna worse.
Hey,
contest.
My man say, yo, we gonna do this post fight together, and we gonna campaign this
rematch because it's a rematch coming soon. I think Hector goes on and fights Gutierrez, whether he beats Roger Gutierrez or not. And, tough to tell.
What you think Chris drops back down, starts over?
This starts over might be a bit harsh, but I know what you're saying. But
get a W.
Yeah, get a W, get back in there. Chris is a confident guy. Even after the loss, he was obviously.
If I'm Chris, I hope he fights the other guy. The guy beats him,
and then you get the rematch.
You get him out of there. That style. That's a bad style.
Yeah, and it is one of those things where you see.
I think the only way that happens, sorry to cut you off, but that guy's got to get knocked out by Gutierrez. Because if he loses to Gutierrez, now they're saying, hey, one of you guys got a rematch to fight him, or Gutierrez is just moving forward.
Yeah.
I think that is, from the boxing that we know, that's usually ends up being how the business goes.
Yeah, I think he's just got to get back to being himself. Like I said, after the fight, obviously he's upset, but he's a confident kid. I don't think this is gonna shatter Chris Colbert's world. He's never going to recover. I think
one thing he's got
back to what you're doing.
To speak in his face, he's definitely got fast hands.
Oh, of course,
They just weren't accurate and on the mark, but still blazing hand speed ringside. So he's got tools. To take forward, and he's from Brooklyn.
What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ant. Follow me on IG with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right, just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.